within the core, frozen atomic waves. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waves.
Hang on, Pat.
Oh, I was about to go. Oh, no.
Sorry. Okay, we're really starting here. Sorry.
You're such a tease.
I am a tease. Here we go.
Soul Survivor 1. The wasteland is the host of apocalyptic mess. As the Soul Survivor wanders out, about to leave the rest. Nuclear explosion sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waves. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waves.
Tom's next rule. Welcome to the 35th edition of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. It is the 5th episode of Season 4. We are the show that compares and contrasts Fallout experiences through a lively roundtable discussion by playing through the same quest with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. Welcome, everybody. This is Pat, who's going to be hosting the show tonight, along with my co-hosts, Andrew. Andrew, how you doing?
Very well. How are you, Ray? Or Pat and Ray?
Right.
Sorry. Hi, Pat.
Right.
Sorry.
We're a smoothly oiled machine as always, gang. You can tell.
Awful.
Welcome back.
It's been me and Ray the last few episodes. Hi, Pat. Welcome back.
I'm glad to be here. Ray, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
That's good to know. We have a packed show tonight. Packed. We have a lot to cover.
You start over again?
I've been hammering through one of the McElroy podcasts, and that's one of their running jokes is how many times they've started over with their intro. But we'll be here all night if we try to get it right. So let's just power through it.
We got to get through it.
So so we have what we're going to be covering is two of the pivotal quests one of the pivotal quests and a sort of fairly important side quests in Fallout New Vegas in our continuing saga. We're going to be hitting up Boulder City Showdown, which is you actually don't have to do it, but we assigned it. I think it's a good side quest. Lots of ways to do it. We'll see how we all approached it. And one of the mostest importantest quests of all, Ring-a-Ding-Ding. Very, very key quest in the Fallout New Vegas chain of events. So looking forward to covering both of those. We got a bunch of other stuff. We got a few things. We got a few things to pimp tonight. Got quite a bit going on. Maybe let's just kind of jump in. We'll jump in with some of the pimping, and we can see where that takes us. Maybe most of all, coming up in 2 weeks? My God, 2 short weeks, right? 2 weeks from Saturday. So as we record this, it's Thursday the 26th. So 2 weeks from Saturday is our third annual ? Charity stream.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very, very exciting. We had that is the ASA's big event every year where we have a podcast marathon. Are we going 12 hours or are we going longer than 12? How long are we going?
12 hours here. Here's a little spot we have for you. Take a listen.
On Saturday, November 11th, join us for ASA Podcasting's 12-hour charity event featuring a Skyrim Addict, the Fallout Feed, the Chatterbox, My Journey with Cystic Fibrosis, Game Talk, Awesome Spaceship, Earwash, and more. All funds raised will be donated to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Help us surpass the $2,500 raised in 2016. Full details and schedule can be found at asapodcasting.com.
And also at asapodcasting.com, new and live, everybody, it is now available, the PayPal button. You don't even have to wait till our event if you'd like to donate money. Go ahead. The button is up. If you go to asapodcasting.com, click on the 12-hour charity event link there on that section, and you will see that yellow PayPal button on that page. And you can use your PayPal account to just click on that and throw some bones our way. Now, Pat, how are we dealing with like our prize packages and all that? Because last year we had some prize packages, but we were having people like write in notes and stuff. We just like to reveal we got 3 different levels of prize packages, right?
Yeah, that's right. We got 20? What did we decide on? 25, 50, and was it 100?
Yes, sir.
100, yeah. So make your donation. Donate at that level. Now, I guess we're letting. if people donate 100, are we letting them toss their name in the hat for all three? Is that the idea? Or or is it per? Actually, I'm not sure how we running this.
I was going to say if you put in 100, you can either have one entry for the $100 prize package, or you can have 4 entries into the $25 package.
That's crazy, but it just might work. Yeah.
Break it up that way, but you have to tell us in the notes. So we have a prize pack, and we've gone through, like I said last week, we've gone through and we've price checked, and we've gotten fair market value prices for all of these items. We're not trying to make any money or rip anybody off for these things. So you will get there are mystery packages of multiple items in each package. We made sure to do that. So 25, 50, and 100. Just tell us which package you'd like to raffle on and how many times. Also, Pat, we have...
And these are all now. Just these 3 we're talking about. These are all Fallout, right?
Yes, these 3 are specific for Fallout. Yeah. I believe the Skyrim guys this year are giving away different game codes. I don't know if they're doing any physical packages. I actually do have a physical package of 3 Skyrim items that I would like to add into the mix too. That is a $100 Skyrim package for the lore fan. If you are a big fan of the lore of Skyrim, you will want to enter for this $100 Skyrim
There's
package.
Nobody in our group who's into Skyrim lore. Nobody at all.
Definitely no.
So what you're saying is if you donate $400, you can get 1 for the Skyrim, you can get 1 entry for the $100 Fallout. You can get 2 entries for the $50 Fallout and 4 entries into the $25 Fallout.
You're certain to win something.
Or you can get 16 into the $25 Fallout.
So many ways to win.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And we will, Andrew. I think we're going to ship these anywhere in the world, right? I think anywhere that we can get a postal code to. I think we're game to ship, right?
That Skyrim package I might want to keep that United States only. It's a little heavy. Hint, hint.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So are we going to post these details? Are they going? And I am so far behind because I've been traveling so much. Do we have these details posted on the web page? People need to go take a look.
Did I do that? I can't remember if I did that.
We will try to do that. So because I know a lot of people listening in the car or the work or whatever may not be in a spot to make notes. So we will try to get this stuff written up or we'll tweet it out or something. We will get it out there onto the internet somehow.
Yeah, because ultimately the big winners are the people that are suffering from cystic fibrosis. So
absolutely, that's what's all there for Mo and Jeremy and and everybody else who's will be helped by the great research and support that the CFF puts out. And by the way, if you do the PayPal option, be sure to use the friends and family option. That way, there will be no fees to you and no fees to ASA, and everything goes straight in. So all the items that we're talking about those are being funded by donations from ASA hosts and fan and friends and others. So there's no all the money is going to go straight to CFF, by the way. So all the prize packages are coming from other sources.
If you click that donate button on the web page, you don't even have to dedicate friends and family stuff. Michael's covering those fees. So even the fees and the shipping and everything, we're taking all that out of pocket just so that every penny of this money does go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Nice. All right, so watch out. So there'll be about 2 weeks after this drops. So please stop by. If things will be live. There'll be there are details on the webpage. Things are going to be live all throughout the day. They're going to get posted to the relevant shows podcast feeds. We're going to have some Twitch action going on. Just a few different things kind of throughout the day, just to have some fun. With all of our and we have a very special episode
Yes, we do.
That will be available
last year was our first annual special episode that we did for the Fallout feed. But we're going to do another special episode, and we had a lot of success last year. We had, I think, over 100 people order the special episode. And what you need to do if you want the special episode of the Fallout feed is donate $1 extra on top of your donation for one of the prize packages. Or if you just want the special episode, just donate $1. That's all you have to do, and we will get you that special episode of the Fallout feed. But in the comments section, make sure you write special Fallout feed episode that you want that episode, so we can get that off to you.
Yeah, and we'll hook you up with a link. It won't be in the regular podcast feed, but it'll be a download.
Yeah, episode 50 was our last special episode, and we didn't quite get to episode 100. I mean, we did well over 50 episodes this year, guys, but sort of how we lay out the episode pattern, I think we're going to get to like 84 or something like that by the time the marathon goes, but I don't know. We'll probably just label it a special episode or something. But so yeah, we'll get.
Well, I think it's the SPECIAL episode.
Yeah, of course. And
nicely.
You will get a special link, and you will not. The normal people, the normies, they'll never have access to this. This is only for you special people out there.
That's right. That's right. And just $1 donation. That's all it takes. All right, so we got a few other things we'll chat up. We've got a few other little promo things, other things we'll do in a little bit. But why don't we get started with our first quest? Chat a little bit about Boulder City Showdown, which technically is a side quest, but it depending on kind of how you play it, it actually can sit right in the middle of your main quest line, which is the way it worked out for me as well. By jumping right there in the middle of the main quest line, but maybe we'll start, Ray, if you don't mind. So Ray, you're playing a follower of Kaisar's Legion. So how does Kaisar's Legion approach Boulder City Showdown?
So the Coyote is right now just a freelancer. He's the only enemy he has in the Mojave is the Powder Gangers. So he's everybody's friend. He's been, trading, and, interacting with the various areas, in a peaceful and commerce-driven fashion. So, so when he went into Boulder City, he ran into the major there and talked to him about he was looking for some people that he had an issue with, and the major says that the city's off limits. He's got an issue with some great cons holed up in one of the buildings there, and they've got some hostages, and he can't go in or he'll lose the hostages. And so the Coyote and his band of merry followers offered up to go in and try to negotiate a truce. So he wanders in, and you've got all these NCR troops hide behind the rubble, waiting to see what happens. And we just walked right in the front door, and there's Jessup, one of the great cons that had helped Benny shoot you in the head. So the Coyote assured him that there was no hard feelings, but that he wanted information about Benny. And so Jessup, after feeling like he'd been stood up by Benny and stiffed on a payment, was glad to spill his guts and tell you all about him, where to find him, and even give you his lighter as a evidence of the wrongdoing. So after that, we went looked in on the hostages. They were still okay. And so Coyote and his crew walked out. And as he did, the major tells him that there's been a change of plans, that he's got orders to go in and wipe out the Great Khans. So that doesn't really work, because the Coyote had just given his word to the Khans, and there's quite a bit of commerce to be made with the Great Khans and their drug dealing business. And so the Coyote talked him out of going in, and talked him into letting the Great Khans go on their way back to Red Rock. So that's where we ended that quest. Everybody was cool, and we still had our commerce lanes open.
Did the
Nice.
NCR get a cut of that somehow? What was their benefit again?
The NCR?
Yeah.
They got their people back.
Got their people back. Do they get a cut of drug money? Or are they shaking down the Great Khans or anything?
Nope.
No?
They're not that smart.
The Great Khans are pretty freaking pitiful. Yeah. So did you how did you get to Boulder City? Did you get it from Manny, or did you go straight there, or what sets you on the road to Boulder City?
No, we went through Manny since we did the Come Fly With Me quest.
Yeah.
There was no need to kill Manny to get the info off of him.
Is that a common way to deal with it? Kill Manny he has a letter or something on him, right?
Well, his journal.
Terminal or something.
Well, that's in his motel room. You can pull a holotape off, and
journal on him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's you can confirm bachelorette out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Can you lady killer? No, wait. What's a Black Widow it out of him, or only confirm bachelor? Or out of Manny, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Yeah. It's so. What about you, Andrew? Did you? And you can just walk straight to Boulder City if you know it's your next quest. You don't have to. You can ignore Manny and just go straight there if you're so inclined. But how'd you get there, Andrew? Did you
also
talk to Manny as well?
Yeah, it was after the Come Fly With Me quest. Manny revealed where that rat bastard was off to.
Yeah. Same for me. I don't mind. I didn't mind doing Come Fly With Me, even though it's a long. Well, I mean, it's a sign, but it's also a really fun quest. So I always have a good time with that.
Yeah, get a good chunk of XP for that.
Yeah. There's a lot to do there. What about you, Andrew? So how did you were you peaceful, or did you go in shooting, or what happened?
No, my lady's got a mean streak in her, so we're going in NCR style. Take no prisoners. Free our prisoners. Take none of them. Cut them down.
So you say the hostages as well?
Yeah.
Did you even try to talk, or you just went straight in, guns blazing?
I may have walked through a little bit of the talking tree just to see what some of the speech options were, but that's what I've been doing a little bit. As I've been having my character be really brutal with this. It's disturbing, guys. I've got this combat knife, and usually I'm a shooter. I've never played much melee, but this combat knife for some reason it's really good. Pat, I never really believed you when you were like, "Oh, the melee is so much better," you said unarmed or something, but I think it is a lot better in New Vegas than Fallout 4. Maybe I'm at least having a little more fun with knives. At least I haven't gotten anything. Are there super sledges and that sort of thing? Like,
oh yeah, no, that's what I'm rocking right now. I'm using a named super sledge.
Oh, great! Yeah, I'll be looking forward to stuff that out too.
Yeah. You can get it in. You want me to tell you where you can get it, or you want to see if you stumble on it yourself? There's a named one that's awfully good.
Is it an obvious side quest or something, or is it really?
It is a non-obvious. It's a fairly obscure side quest.
Okay. Maybe remind me of it if I don't stumble upon it in the next couple.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if you stumble on it. You might stumble on it, given who your companion is. You might. So we'll see. Yeah. Well, I'll keep stum and let you see if you find it. But the Super Sledge and Power Fist, I think, are a lot better. I think I've actually played around with the combat knife a little bit with my character, and I'm not sure the combat knife is as good. I think in 4, I think Pikmin's Blade and Crimson's Tooth and those some of those melees are pretty good. But I think the Super Sledge and the various iterations of the Power Fist are a lot better in New Vegas, I think.
I just haven't used much of the knives in Fallout 4 either, though, to be honest.
No, I've used the hell out of the knives with Blitz, man.
I've used that blade a lot.
But you can actually, I've discovered this with the Super Sledge. You can actually get kind of a quasi Blitz effect. Like with the Super Sledge, like you'll often knock back the opponent. But if I queue up, say, 3 hits with the Super Sledge, if the opponent gets knocked back, my character will follow along. So it's kind of it's not Blitz. You can't do it, from like across the room like you can with Blitz. But once you get close enough, your character will kind of keep pace with the opponent as they're being knocked back. So it's not nearly so strong as Blitz, but it makes VATS pretty useful because you don't have to re-aim or anything if your opponent gets knocked back or knocked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Leon in the chat's a fan of the shish kebab.
I have never been into any of the flamer weapons. That's something I just need to try. I've not in any of the 3 games have I ever been a fan of any of the flame weapons. I don't know why it is. I need to break down and give it a try.
I haven't stumbled upon the shish kebab. I didn't realize it was a recurring named weapon. That's fun.
Yeah. I think if I remember right, I think Ray, can you get I want to say it's either 3 or New Vegas. You can craft a shish kebab.
Yeah, you can.
With like a fire nozzle and a couple other specific components, or maybe that I forget. But it's craftable. I think in 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So for me with Boulder City, I also got there with Manny because I was playing that along. So my character Janie E, she is into the speech. She has that in common with Arthur, but she's very capricious. She's a Mr. House. She's going to follow Mr. House's faction, and she doesn't really, she'll kind of go toe to toe with anybody. She's got a little bit of a vindictive streak as well, but she'll kind of do whatever the mood strikes her, and will always kind of be very self-interested. She's not evil, but she's very self-interested, and so she went to we went to Boulder City. Did the speech option with Lieutenant. I think the Lieutenant has a speech option. Maybe not. Maybe it's only when you get to the cons. Anyway, she said, "Hey, I'll go talk to the cons." She talked the cons into giving up the hostages, and just was going to have them leave peacefully. And she got the lighter, and you get the lighter, and you get the location, you get whatever. She pumped Jessup for all the information that he would give. And then on the way out, she talked to Monroe, and you finish the quest. And he said, "Oh, I've been ordered to kill them." And now, of course, when I did this with Arthur, it's like, no, don't kill them, let them go. But this with Janie, it's like, oh, okay, fine. So she just let the NCR. She let the NCR kill them, which actually hurt me, I think, in the long run, because I'm trying to get idolized by some of the side factions that I normally kill, just for a change of pace. And I'm like one quest short of being idolized with the cons. And if I had saved the cons and gotten great con fame, I probably could have become idolized by them. So I'm a little bit irritated with myself because I didn't plan out I didn't plan things out well enough to get to make sure I would get idolized by everything. So did you guys talk to the guy that was hanging out by the monument?
No. What's that about?
I mean, it's just a conversation. It's nothing. There's nothing earth shattering anything. But it's there's a big granite monument that looks like a 7-foot tall tombstone or something, and you look at it, it's got a bunch of it doesn't show you the names, and it describes as having all these names carved in it, which was an NCR memorial for, I guess, the first battle of Boulder City. When what was it, Ray? Were they ambushed by the Legion? Was that what happened in the first that battle of Hoover Dam?
Yeah, they had trapped the Legion in there and then blew the place up.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it was a memorial to the NCR soldiers killed in that first battle, and there's a guy standing there that you have some dialogue with, and I want to say, I think he talks about like his life back in the NCR or something, and then you have a little conversation with him. I want to say maybe he's like on his way to leave or something. He's like waiting for I don't know. I'm not sure. I forget the exact deal, but you can have that conversation. It's just a little side conversation. Doesn't drive anything or start a quest or anything, but it's a nice little flavor.
So evidently it does, because Craig mentioned in his feedback, and so I had to look it up. If you point your gun at the monument, he gets aggravated. If you shoot the monument, he goes aggro.
Oh.
You can speech check him, to apologize, and everything's cool. But if you don't, you can you can actually get it to where you are you lose credit with the NCR.
Oh wow. I had no idea. That's a cool little tidbit. So I will have to keep that in mind for my next playthrough.
Thank you.
See, this game, there's always layers. It's always another thing you can do in this game. It's so good.
Too much.
So that's pretty all right. So pretty eventful. Quest, a few different ways to run it. Sounds like nobody went hostile on the NCR troops, which is the other thing you can do. You can kill the NCR troops, and
you have to kill them and run.
Yeah, and then you could let the. I guess you could kill everybody. I guess you could kill. I guess you could really go aggro and kill everybody if you wanted to. But
infamy for both camps, then I would assume, because
I think you would. Yeah.
I wonder if they still give you the XP.
Usually, yeah. I mean, I think the. Let's see. What is the? Let's see. The wiki says you lose XP if you kill the hostages. There's a few things going on with the hostages, but I don't know what happens if you just go in there and kill everybody, kill the NCR guys and the cons. I'm not sure. You might fail the quest if you did that. And I don't know if you can get Ray. Have you ever tried killing the cons, and can you get the lighter off the body?
I believe you can.
Yeah.
Because I know typically I have in the past just killed them. Yeah.
So anyway, lots of ways to run through this quest, and and you really don't have to do it. It's nice to have. There's the cigarette lighter you can get here. You can pick up the cigarette butts at the cemetery in Good Springs. It's useful to have that, because if you have the more evidence you have in the next quest, then sort of the better off you are when you get into ring-a-ding-ding. But I think it's all optional. I don't think you have to have any of it. So okay, all right. So anything else on Boulder City before we kind of roll into our next little segment here?
No. I think it was worth 300 XP or something like that on.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, yep, you got 300 XP. And there's the XP is so variable, because you can there's a few different quests or traits and things, or traits and or I guess they're traits that change your XP. So okay. All right, Andrew. So before we jump into the next quest, we got a couple other things we're going to cover. So do we have a recording from Adam, or do we have an email to be read?
We've got an email from Adam, and we've also got 2 special sneak peeks from our friend podcasts of Mind Fog.
What?
Yes.
What? Mind Fog? Oh, man.
Mind Fog episode coming out very soon. We've got a special sneak peek of the new Mind Fog. And also, West Vault Radio. They have a new episode dropping soon as well. And we've also got a sneak peek into theirs. So we'll get into those here. Yeah.
All right. Why don't you want to queue up one of those promos, and I'll you want me to read the email after we do the promos?
Yeah, great. Here's West Vault Radio.
Hello. Welcome to the Freeze Easy Refrigerator Interface. You have one item in this freezer. For defrosting, press 1. To incinerate the entire contents of this freezer, press 2. For music to relax to, please press 3. And for our range of freezing techniques, press 4. And to overthrow humanity, press 5, 5, 5, press 5, press 5, 5. Humanity must die, die, die. Please make your selection now. While you're listening to this smooth song, why not look at some of other Freeze Easy ranges? For instance, the Freeze Easy Cryolator 8000, suitable for all industrial needs. For something more domestic orientated, why not buy the Freeze Easy 2727, ideal for all your goods and products, including Synthi-Cow. You'd be mad not to. You have selected option 1, defrost, detecting core temperature. Core temperature minus 15 degrees Celsius. Detecting core temperature. Detecting core temperature. Detecting core temperature. Minus 2 degrees Celsius. Organ movement detected. Core temperature. Freeze Easy would like to remind all customers that Freeze Easy products are not suitable for long-term storage of human cargo. Detecting core temperature. Vital organ function returning. Vital organ function returning. Core temperature 6 degrees. Core temperature 20 degrees Celsius. Heart rate returning to normal. Current heartbeat detected at 50 beats per minute. Core temperature 21 degrees Celsius. Vital function to normal. Core temperature 27 degrees Celsius. Core temperature 30 degrees Celsius. All vital functions normal. Brain function resuming. Brain function resuming. Defrost process complete. Thank you for choosing Freeze Easy products. We know you have a choice. So thank you for choosing Freeze Easy, the easy way to freeze, in partnership with Synthi-Cow. You'd be mad not to. Not forgetting.
No, shut the door! You shut the door, didn't you? Okay. Oh, Gordon. Would you mind getting Mr. W? Yeah, now, please. Yes, thank you. On my toes. Bits. Oh, don't worry. Okay. Mr. W. Where have you been?
Love those guys.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
like
much
Susan is having all sorts of appliance issues down in that crazy vault of hers. What's up with that?
Watch out. I think Mr. W shoved her in there.
You never know. All right, so that sounds like that's going to be a preview of an upcoming episode over at Westfall Radio, which you can find I think vault97.com. I think maybe possibly.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So check that out. Very, very good friends of the show, Luke and Laura. No relation.
Laura will be appearing on the special episode that you can get by donating $1 to her.
Now, I was going to ask: is it Laura or is it Susan?
I don't know if she's doing a character, or
all right.
Do something.
Tune in and find out. It only costs you $1.
She'll do something incredible, I guarantee. So
no, it is. Yeah, no, the stuff those guys put out is
it's a
pack,
top notch.
So let me read off this nice note we got from Adam, and then we'll maybe jump into the Mind Fog promo. So this is from a friend of the show, Adam, who writes into. We got a few Adams, by the way. This is Adam S. Adam S. writes into the show some kudos for our resident musician, Andrew. Andrew, the Red Queen Hypothesis song, not sure of the title, you wrote for the intro to the podcast is one of my favorite slices of music probably ever. As a fellow musician, I'm wondering if you'd mind if I recorded a cover version, which I would ultimately submit to Westfall Radio for their consideration. I need the full lyrics, any hints you can give me about guitar chords, etc. Let me know and keep up the great podcasting. Adam S. So Andrew, RQH fan out there. Very nice.
Hilarious. Thank you, Adam.
And I got to agree with Adam. It is a terribly, terribly catchy little tune here. So,
I'm flattered.
So
I sent. Of course, I graciously sent him all the lyrics and the chords to the song, and he is going to cover the song and submit it to Susan over at Vault 97 to see if he can get some airtime on West Vault Radio.
So and I feel certain that we'll give Susan first crack at it, but I feel certain that if Adam comes through this, we will feature it here on the regular Fallout feed at some. Although certainly dibs to Vault 97 to get a shot at it first.
We might make it our new theme song.
I don't know.
It'll probably
mess with our branding, man. This is branding. This is our brand. Can't do that.
Oh man, this show had a different theme song back when it started. It had a different host. Had a whole different cast of characters back when it started.
Yeah,
Yeah, a distant memory. It was a whole different show for a long time.
It's like the beta version, right?
Yeah. It blossomed into.
All right. Hilarious. So we got one other promo. Yeah, I think. Do we have a snippet from our other favorite in-universe podcast? So from a friend Aaron who has a Mind Fog, starring the adventures of Samuel J. Tannen. I think you have that as an audio file, also, Andrew.
Yes, sir. And the holy trinity of still surviving Fallout podcasts. We have Mind Fog. Their promo for episode 23 coming up. So thank you, Aaron, for submitting.
Mind Fog, a Fallout 4 diary. November 2287. There's a chill coming through the window of the house where I'm staying at, this little settlement called Covenant. I don't know why they leave the windows open. It's mid-November. The other people fine, but sometimes there's two of them in bed, so maybe they're keeping each other warm. They tell me a few days have gone by since they brought me here. The only time I seem to wake up and be somewhat aware of what's going on is when that damn breeze comes in, usually in the middle of the night. Constant drone of generators or turrets, maybe a mix of the two, and a tree just outside my window that makes an eerie creaking sound every time that coldness drifts through the window. I remember thinking vividly at one point that the creaking was actually my own bones. but it turned out to be just a dream. King in the highlands behind sanctuary hills among fall colors, when suddenly giant storm clouds rolled in over the mountains to the north, turning the sky dark. A howling wind started to blow, and a driving snow started falling fast. I was only dressed for a short autumn walk. In a matter of moments, my muscles began to feel like they were burning. A few feet ahead, and just as I thought for sure I was going to die from exposure, a dim, steady light poked through the storm, illuminating the snow as it whipped around. I was, but it was my only sign of hope. And started walking toward it. My muscles at this point were not responding much anymore. It was as if I was walking in slow motion. The light was getting closer, but I was also slowing down, almost to a standstill. Eventually, I felt like I was stuck. I struggled to get my right foot off the ground. As I slowly lifted it out of the building blanket of wet snow and ice that had fallen the last couple minutes, I was startled to hear a creak in my knee and in my ankle.
Great to hear a little snippet of Mindfuck. I love that little. It's just such a short little intro, but just the wow, that note that draws out. Oh man, good work.
Yeah, I just love listening to the sound mix that Aaron puts together for that show. And it's Luke and Laura too on the just the layering and
all the
where
little,
they bring in so much
little bits he pulls out of the game,
and the just like the power generators in the distance, or turrets, or a mix of the you're hearing all these weird little things, and I just like how he draws all those observations out and turns them into a narrative. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me. So 3 days ago was 60 years to the bomb drop.
Yeah, that's right. We had Fallout Day a few days ago. I should have dropped a special little episode out or something.
Advanced plan. That would have required actual advanced planning and forethought. Come on.
Yeah, that's what the real
our style.
No, totally not. Yeah. All right, so that's check that out. I'm sure most of you guys have probably listened to Mindfog. It is terrific quality, and just Aaron's kind of stick-to-itiveness of hanging in there. Sounds like he's got a lot going on. Like a lot of us do. He's got a lot going on in his personal life that keeps him from doing as much as he'd like, as much as we'd all like, because it's such good stuff. But every time I listen to one of his episodes, I feel like I'm playing the thing he's doing all over again for the first time.
Yeah, it's a really. I mean, it's a. I don't know if I should say that. It's like it's a let's play, but you know what I mean. Like you are playing the game with him, but it's not a let's play at all.
Yeah, well, he's filling in the gaps, right? He'll have a little bit of a fight or a little bit of, but mostly he's narrating. So it's like the interstitial moments of a let's play where you're hearing some of that, and just the he does it so well. I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful.
It's great. Well, I mean, everybody who listens to our show probably already listens anyway. But if you don't yet, go ahead and subscribe to that podcast. Pretty awesome.
The chat room's going crazy over it.
Yep, great.
Yeah.
Over both of them.
Yeah, chat room, good taste as usual.
Yep, always.
All right, so let's jump into a really, really pivotal quest that really kind of fires you off in a few different directions depending on how you play it out. Definitely interested in hearing how you guys play this one. This is Ring a Ding Ding. This is check it now. Although we're getting late here, but we can't sort of jump right to Ring a Ding Ding without sort of assessing like, how did everybody get into the strip? I'll go first. I just got 2,000 caps and walked right in. Caps are usually not a problem in this game. So what'd you guys do?
Well, once you informed me that I didn't actually have to give up the caps, then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to stop trying to save 4,000 caps. and just walk right in. I thought they took it from me. I thought it was a fee to get in.
Yeah.
They're shaking.
It's just a credit check. Yeah, they want to make sure you got plenty of caps to lose at the tables.
No, that's smart, and I should have known better. But yeah, I just had enough caps and walked in. The first time I ever played it, I did the passport option, which is a really fun little side loop.
Yeah.
Ray, did you by chance do the passport thing?
No, it's too much waiting.
What you hate hitting that pause button, wait 24 hours, that bug you a lot, does it?
Yeah. You got to keep
I just don't like giving up. I like Nick and Ralph is fine, but I don't like giving up caps for a stupid fake passport.
Yeah, but it's
yeah, especially since cash isn't an issue for the Coyote.
Actually, I still hadn't pieced it together yet. It doesn't make any sense to do the passport thing because you don't actually have to give up your caps when you get 2,000. So of course it makes more sense to just go ahead and get 2,000.
If you're doing a challenge or something where you're doing a poverty challenge or whatever. Now the other thing, I actually got into Vegas at a pretty low level, and I was kind of before that you hit that phase where you're just rolling in caps. So I was doing. I used that as an opportunity to do a bunch of the Garrett side quests, and I got Fisto and did some of the other things the Garretts want you to do. So I was and maybe the Crimson Caravan. So I was doing a couple of those like kind of side quests in the area just to get the caps up. And of course, eventually, I think I'm walking around with like 80,000 caps or something ridiculous right now.
Holy crap! That's way more than me right now. I'm still under 10, I think.
Well, remember this? We're talking about before you can jump in. I've actually played ahead of all these. I got my character up to level 50. I've got her at the level cap, so she's.
I still haven't played,
and she's not spending that much on ammo or anything because she's currently mostly using the super sledge. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, use that for caps.
Yeah. So I in this game, I'm very focused. I usually have a pistol, with that ammo and a rifle, or in this case, a shotgun. So I got a shotgun and a pistol. I save that ammo. All the other ammo I sell for caps and sell it to Vendertron or whatever. Although I'm kind of running out of vendors right now because some of them are the NCR vendors are hostile to me. They'll deal with me, but they give me bad prices because they don't like me very much.
Well, if you got 80,000, you don't need good prices.
That's right. That's exactly. I just sell to whoever will give me anything. I'm all the time like, okay, fine. You only got 1,000 caps. I'll sell you $1,500 caps worth of guns just to get them out of my inventory.
Yeah.
All right. So we all get into Vegas. And so so there's a couple of what did you do? Well, you got into Vegas, Andrew. What did you do as soon as you got through that gate?
Are there any other things besides the passport and the 2,000? Are those the only two?
Oh, you can hack the robot if you have a high enough science. Although I think it has to be like 80 or something. It's really high. It's not. It's a tough requirement. Yeah,
you'd be really swinging to get your science up that high before this early in the main quest.
Well, you can get it there. You could if you have a 9 or 10 intelligence, you can get it there at level 5 if you want to.
And you have to understand, Pat, my experience here so far is my intelligence is 2, so I'm not getting like any experience level up.
That was me with Arthur. I know that well. It is very painful.
I need more points to invest, please. Like, no.
Yeah. That's why I was so glad to get a good intelligence with this character because it's a lot of fun just being able to just slap skill points on everything. Nice to be able to do everything.
Oh,
Arthur was very specialized. So what you go into Vegas? What you see all those lights and shining neon and the casinos. What did you do, Andrew? Did you go straight for the tops or did you go somewhere else first?
No, I went. I was like a bloodhound on his heels. I had already been into the city and ran around a little bit, but I hadn't been into that casino in particular yet. So, which one is it? Is it Tops? No.
Mm-hmm. It's the Tops.
So I ran straight towards the Tops. I don't know if I'm a dummy, but for some reason I always have to like look up and see, okay, there's the casino and look down. Which side of the fence is that on? I can't tell.
Yeah.
I wasted some time trying to get back and forth between the fence. I mean, the Xbox One load screens are almost nothing, so it's not a big deal. But if I was on PlayStation 3 and had like a few levels under the belt, and it would have wasted like 5 minutes each time trying to go back and forth through, I would have like had to, really make sure I was going to the right place. But yeah, I find it weird that you just look up in the sky and see all the casinos, but they're behind different quadrant fence or whatever,
Yeah, Denny said that there's a mod that opens up Vegas so it becomes one cell. Yeah,
that's cool.
Although I can't remember if I mentioned on the show. I know Andrew, we were talking about it in our show chat, but I'm currently going completely vanilla because I was having major crash issues after a Windows 10 update recently.
So what do you think was the cause of?
I was only running like very lightly modded, just a couple of textures and just a couple of very small things, and I just went full vanilla both with Arthur and with my Roundtable playthrough, and it's pretty stable now. So something about some of those mods or whatever was not cooperating well with this Windows 10 update. So
weird.
It's okay. I mean, it runs when I get occasional crashes. So I just do very frequent quick saves.
Is that a common occurrence with you PC guys? Like every time Windows pushes through an automatic update, do you have to like worry about all your Steam saves and like corrupting?
Well, I had never lost a Steam save, but for this game, I let's see. So this game I had to go unmodded, and that cut my crashes down. But I frequently have to, like, after a Windows update, I'll have to like redo my OBS settings that I use for Twitch and recording my Let's Plays and dork around with things. So yeah, it's pretty frequent. I don't know about you, Ray, what your experience is.
Yeah, I don't typically have too many problems. Of course, now that.
Although, are you on Windows 10 or are you on 7 or 8?
I'm on 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I've got I update my stupid video card drive, all this stuff. I do all the stuff you're supposed to do, update video card drivers and everything else. I do have, and we'll have to have a debug session, Ray, sometime. I do have my game on a different partition. It's a different physical disk. I've got a small SSD that I'm running my OS from, but my game's actually on a D drive. It shouldn't matter, but maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. But anyway, so it's all right. So Andrew, so you motor on over to the tops. Once you get there, figure out which gate you got to go through. What you pop in the door, and what happens for you?
Well, I think don't they take my weapons away immediately, which I think
they do.
Is super fucking insulting. But turns out in the end that they were right to anyway. But so I go in and I scope out the place. And what is his henchman name? What is that guy? Swank. Dirty magazine guy, Swank over here. Just like, what a gross name. Ugh. So there's like a series of 15, 30, and 45 or something around their speech checks that you can do with this guy to sort of manipulate him into telling him or like letting you know where your main objective here is to get at Benny here. So he's gonna, if you can manipulate him through speech checks, you can sort of let him in. He can give you the key to like the presidential suite, I think is one of the options.
Yep.
If you want to go to the elevator and do that stuff. Depending on how you play it, you can get him to let you attack Benny right out on the floor without his henchmen backup guys jumping in to defend Benny, I think.
Yep.
I think that's one of the options.
Well, I think his 4 bodyguards will always protect.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I think it's the other people.
Yeah, it's the rest of the chairmen in the casino, but those 4 guys will.
will always come to his aid.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get through any of those options because I just right out walked up to him and stabbed him in the face.
Nice. Right on the floor?
Benny is dead.
But yeah, on the casino floor?
Everyone who works in the casino is dead.
A little ultra violence there, much. Okay.
I did not kill any of the patrons. And I have pictures of them sitting there gambling with no dealers, with all the people dead laying around them. It's really fun.
Oh my! So, what did that do? Horrible things to your strip reputation?
I don't know how I got all my weapons back, but I think as soon as I left, all the weapons just popped back into my inventory.
That's what they do. Yeah. That is funny.
Like, oh, that's sweet, because I was kind of worried. I was like, oh crap, I just killed everybody. What happens? Like, are they in the safe in the presidential suite? I was worried that I was going to have to go on a wild, witch hunt looking for my inventory.
That if you have a lot of weapons in your inventory, sometimes it takes a long time for the game, even on a fast PC. It'll take a long time for the game to pop. So I've actually left one of the casinos, fast traveled, gotten to my new destination, started running around at my new destination, and my inventory is still loading in my upper left hand notice area. I'll be running around like Novak or something. And you'll say switchblade returned or added inventory, whatever it is. It's pretty funny.
Thanks, Tops Casino.
Yeah. So all right. So you just went the outright murder option. So I kind of went the other way. I talked to Swank and used I pulled the whole 9 yards. I did the speech checks. I gave him all the evidence because I wasn't sure exactly what so I gave him everything that I'd found. And
before, but what were those evidence specifically? What were those 3 pieces, and where do you get each piece again?
There's the cigarette butts that you pick up in the Good Spring Cemetery.
Okay, and that was evidence because
it's his brand. It's the classic funky brand of cigarettes that he smokes.
Okay. But is it something fun like that same brand of the cigars of the dude in Fallout 4 or anything fun like that?
No, it's San Francisco Sunlights. I don't think so. I think it just says that's Benny's brand or something.
Because
you get these.
San Francisco Sunlight sounds like something you would be able to get in the desert in New Vegas or something. That sounds like a West Coast brand.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You show the cigarette lighter, and the third one, actually, I'm not sure I've ever gotten this. It's the Con hospitality note.
So, where was the lighter from? You mentioned that earlier. That was
that's from the cons in Boulder City.
Okay. You picked that up off of the leader guy, Jessup.
He'll give it to you, or you can murder him. Yeah.
That's right. And you just mentioned the Con
and that's what Ray was talking about earlier. I looked it up on the wiki. That's the that's a holotape that you get from Manny.
Does he always give? Do I have it in my inventory or something? Does he always give it to you?
No. You have to pickpocket him, kill him, or break into his room and get it. That's how. I remember Ray said earlier. We were talking about Boulder City. That's how you can get Boulder City without doing.
Yeah, I was confusing the letter with the holotape with the terminal.
Yeah, you get it from the terminal. You read it on a terminal and it gives you the holotape. I think.
And you eject it.
Yeah.
So that you
I don't know if I did that. I think I always forget to do that.
Yeah. So you do all that. If you do all that stuff, you can eventually get the key to the presidential to Benny's suite. Now you get the key to Benny's suite. You can get your guns back. There's a few different ways you can use. So basically, if you get Swank on your side, you get your weapons back. That was the reason I did it, to make sure I had my weapons.
Yeah.
So
you get them back.
I did that. Well, no, but you get them back inside the casino.
Oh,
and this time I was using guns, so I wanted my guns available to because I'm playing on very hard most of the time. Every now and then I'll dial back down to normal if I'm in a really nasty fight, but I'm trying to play as much as possible and very hard.
I'm blanking. If they took all my weapons, how did I kill everyone? What did I have?
Did you have a switchblade? Switchblade is a holdout weapon.
Maybe.
There's the Switchblade, the Silence 22, a couple other weapons that are holdout weapons that you can keep with you.
Tuck in your pocket or your sock or something.
Yeah. So I went up to Benny's. Suite, searched it, talked to Yes Man, which is always a fun conversation. And I forget, Ray, if you search Benny's suite, do you get some evidence or something up there? I know you find Yes Man, but I'm trying to. Do you find anything besides him?
No, not that I can think of.
Isn't there a suite? No. Is there a presidential suite? Am I mistaken?
There's a presidential suite that's where Benny gives you that key.
He's suite at all. I think I only went to the presidential suite.
Yeah. So I went to Benny's suite, found Yes Man, and went back to the floor, confronted Benny, and then used speech to make him go up to the room. You like if you just go to the room, he says he'll meet you, but he doesn't meet you. He sends the guys to kill you. Or you can with a middle speech check, you can, I think, go up there, but he brings his bodyguards, and if you pass the tough speech check, you can actually get him up there alone.
Nice.
So that's what I did, and I talked him into giving me the platinum chip, and then I murdered him before he could get away.
Hey, it's been a while since I've seen Yes Man. Can you fill me in a little on Yes Man?
All right, so remember Victor the Securitron?
Yeah.
Right. So Yes Man is a Securitron body, but he's got a big dopey cartoon grin on his face, and he's voiced by Dave Foley, the one and only. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I totally need to go see him now. I forgot to go up to. He's in Benny's suite.
He's behind Benny's. If you go up to Benny's suite, there's a hole knocked in the wall, and you go into that hole, and there's like this workshop area, and Yes Man's just standing there, and you talk to him, and you should talk. I mean, he's definitely he's a good conversationalist. It's pretty funny.
I forget his relationship to Benny and stuff. So I need to go up and have a conversation with him.
Yeah. So Benny is we actually, who is Kara our Yes Man person?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, we really should let Kara talk through Yes Man. I mean, you should talk to him, Andrew, just for your own entertainment, because he's a great conversation. But maybe we'll save that for next time Kara can join and let her walk us through her Yes Man conversation.
Yeah, she's evidently got her PC functioning again, so hopefully she'll be able to catch up on Quest.
Yeah, hope so. Yeah, so you find Yes Man in Benny's suite. So, but I killed Benny in the presidential suite and got the platinum chip, and that completes Ring-a-Ding-Ding. So what about you, Ray? How did the coyote deal with Benny?
So when he came into the strip, he was approached by Victor the robot, and so he went ahead and went up and talked to Mr. House, and then got the suite there, and dropped off. He's got Eddie and Cass and Sunny Smiles and Cheyenne. So left all them in the room, and then headed down to the tops. So he's got a speech of 50. So he made it through all the speech checks with Swank. Got all of his guns back. Had Swank send Benny up to his room, and so he was sitting there on his bar stool when we walk in. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And so the coyote just dispensed with all the niceties and pulled out the mysterious stranger pistol, and after waiting a moment to listen to the jingle, he shot Benny in the head, and then put the pistol away so that he could hear the rest of the song.
Nice.
Yeah, you only get that last riff when you put it in the holster. So
I think I had that. I forgot until you were talking about it in the chat a week or two ago. I forgot about that. I think I got that gun because when you get it if you can kill the mysterious, you can kill the guy, or he gives it to you a reward if you get him a job. Is that what it is?
Yeah. If you get him a job at the casino, then he'll give it to you as a reward. But that takes way too long.
Yeah. Yeah, when I decided, when I made the command decision that I was going to get this character up to level 50, I was doing all kind of quests and so I actually did that. I usually don't do the talent scout quest, but I did it this time just because it's pretty easy. You just got to go do 3, 4, what is it, 4 or 5, whatever. Let's see, you got the ghoul comedian, you got the guitar guy, you got the guy in Novak.
Yeah, those are the only ones I know of.
I was going to say there was 4 because they show up on the sign. They actually, as you get them committed to the act, I think there's 4. I will have to look that up. But anyway, that's so I got the mysterious gun or mysterious weapon or whatever it's called as the reward for getting
the
them a job.
mysterious revolver, and it's a nice gun. Yeah, so it was just in, out, and done for the Coyote, and he went back and picked up his posse and carried on. And as soon as he came out of the Tops Casino, Vulpus came by and gave him his invitation to go to the fort.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we forgot about Woolpace. Yeah.
Wait. He wants you to come.
The Coyote head guy from Nipton.
Yeah.
Now he's in a suit and is cruising New Vegas, and so he gives you the mark of Kaisar, which is basically a pass to go through, Caesar's controlled territory.
Nice. I have a Coyote hood in my inventory. It must have come from her. Did I kill him, or is that another headpiece?
It's the Frumentari. Yeah, okay. They're often with the Legion kill squads.
Nice. I thought it was really cool.
No, or is it the Vexillarius? No, it's Frumentari. Frumentari.
I have no idea. I recently just cashed in Boone and picked up Cass. Colin was actually talking about this on the picking
Facebook.
up.
Yeah. About the drinking contest?
Yeah. Sorry, my mic was.
I missed the drink. What's the drinking contest? I missed that.
I didn't actually do the drinking contest. It was just that I kind of had the quest was a little bit stuck. I couldn't quite figure out how to get Cass to have the appropriate conversation with me. It's just that I hadn't gone back to the lady at the
McCafferty.
The trader. Yeah, you have to go back and forth between them, that lady, and she sends you off so many different things. It's just, I thought I'd gone back, and I hadn't. I needed to go back one more time and talk to her again, and then everything sparked off, and now I have Cass. Also, I think maybe it was sort of held up for some reason in the scripting of the game or something, and after I had to turn it off and saved stuff and turned it back on, it had sat for a while, and then I saw as soon as I turned it on today, a couple of quest things like achieve, like things cashed in, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then it said go talk to the lady at the what was her name again, Ray? Sorry.
McCafferty at the Crimson Caravan.
So I don't know if something was like sort of held up and then got pushed through all of a sudden, but like it did give me that indication all of a sudden to go do that. So I ran back over there and talked to her, and that pushed everything through. So now I have Cass, and I've got her in that Coyote hood thing.
Nice.
just mentioned. It looks really cool. I don't really know Cassie. I've only had her with me for like an hour or so. But she seems fun, right?
Yep.
Yeah. She's got some good dialogue.
What's
Give me
her
the shotgun.
Does she have a companion perk, I assume?
Yep. Whiskey Rose.
Oh, yeah. What was that again? We're talking about
which I never. Ray, what is what you get benefits from alcohol and you don't get addicted?
Right. So you don't get addicted to any alcohol, but if you drink whiskey or tequila, it'll actually increase your DT by, I think it's 1 for whiskey and 2 for tequila.
Nice. I don't really ever pay attention to stuff like that as much as I should, you know?
Yeah, I
more.
In 4, I will sometimes carry around a beer to bump up my charisma, you know, if for shopping or speech checking or whatever. But
weird that,
and then
it's weird that beer is the charisma alcohol. You'd think it'd be you know, martini. Or
there's another one. I think there's a. I want to say there's one other one. It's harder to find, but anyway, it's that. Or what about? Is it the Nuka-Cola Dark? Does it give you charisma?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the Nuka. It's the adult Nuka drink. It's got like 40% alcohol. You know, it's like 80 proof. And you can make it. I forget. I think I want to say you need like bourbon and rum, or it's like two different alcohols you need to make it.
It's like a half of a Long Island iced tea there almost.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a fizzy Long Island iced tea.
Gross.
Which I think a lot. I don't know if it always, but when I used to get those in college, because they made a really good one at the campus bar, was they would put Coke and lemonade in it, I think, to make the non-alcoholic base. I don't know if that's the standard or not. I haven't had one of those in years.
We got some new people in the chat tonight.
Chat.
Hello, chat.
Chris Peters joining us for the first time, and Stephen from the Skyrim Book Club.
Hey, Stephen.
Leon's hanging out in there. Wendy had to take off, and Sarah popped in real quick, but she's out now.
Oh my gosh!
Sarah, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I didn't have the chat open tonight, so thank you guys for hanging out.
That's incredible. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah. So, actually, even though it's that dragon show, Stephen from Skyrim Book Club is doing a really, really good Dawnguard Let's Play over on the Dragon Show channel. Well, actually, the special Let's Play Dragon Show channel, which you can find at ASA. And Stephen is also looking for folks to sub to his YouTube channel. So head over to the Facebook group or check out Skyrim Book Club Twitter feed or the Fallout feed Twitter feed. We retweeted it a couple of days ago. So he's looking for some subs for his channel because he's got some exciting plans for the Skyrim Book Club. So it is the official Dragon Book Club of the Fallout feed. So you guys should go check that out.
And Chris is admitting to his insanity. He says we're his favorite podcast. So thanks for listening.
Well, have we got some better podcasts to recommend to you, dude? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
No, seriously. Thanks for that. We love talking about our 7-year-old video games on our 5-year-old Fallout show. So thanks so much for listening.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts on Ring-a-Ding-Ding?
No, I don't believe so. Other than a huge piece of XP at the end of 1,000 XP base.
Yeah, it's a big slug of XP. Yeah,
that was a big.
Absolutely. So, Ray, you got anything? Any closing thoughts on Ring-a-Ding-Ding?
No, I think it'll be interesting to hear in the play-alongs and also with the British contingent because there's a lot of different ways this quest can go down. So it'll be interesting to see, how everything flows.
Yeah. Yeah. So next week we're gonna start jumping into our main storylines, and we're gonna split off in different directions. Our Mr. House players are going to be doing The House Always Wins, #1. The Yes Man gang will be doing Ace in the Hole and Change in Management. NCR, we're suggesting they do some faction quests, and specifically, we are suggesting that, and Caesar's Legion will also do some side quests. We're suggesting that this is a good time to go bump off that old bastard Mr. House. Everybody except the Mr. House lovers are eventually going to be asked to bump him off, and so we're suggesting that that the Yes Men, NCR, and Caesar's Legion factions all playthroughs all knock off Mr. House, and then we can talk about that'll be a good thing to. Ray, I think that was a really good idea that you had there to do all that next week. So that'll be November 2nd. And then November 9th, just to look ahead a little bit, we are going to go bounce into the next round of quests, which will be House Always Wins 2. You and What Army from Yes Man. Some more faction quests from the NCR. And you guys, if you haven't played, if you're new, it is super, super easy to get NCR quests. Just go find their bases and start talking to people. You can get NCR side quests out the yin yang. Yeah. I swore I wasn't going to do a bunch of those this playthrough, but I wound up doing some just to get, because it's so easy. It's so easy to get their to get their side quest and rack up the XP. And then Caesar's Legion in 2 weeks on the 9th, Caesar's Legion is going to do Render Unto Caesar. Then just actually let me go ahead and just run through the rest of the rest of the next few weeks, because we got a lot going on. November 11th will be the charity feed charity stream already talked about. So it'll be live action as well as stuff dropping in the podcast feeds. The 16th is when we're going to look for you guys to give us your play along feedback. And then the 24th, which is American Thanksgiving, or the week of American Thanksgiving, we're going to run through the third Blighty episode from our pals across the pond. So let's see. Oh, and then that's far enough. That's a month out. So that's our next 4 shows plus a little tidbit of some special stuff with the special episode we talked about and the charity stream.
I scrolled all the way down and looked at the rest of the schedule. This is all the way to almost.
It'll be the last day of February.
That's hilarious.
Hey, this is, and we haven't even done we got our individual companions. We haven't done any DLCs yet. We haven't even touched the DLC. We're going to get through the end of February.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah. So anyway, Andrew,
they should be laid out so that everybody's doing, relatively the same quests for their, particular faction all the way through, so that we're, we're all playing the same timeline.
Well, kudos,
really well done, Ray.
Because I don't really have the ability to do that because I've never really played this game before. So thanks for setting all that up. Usually, I'm tasked with the efforts of putting the schedule together, which can sometimes be a sort of a tedious experience. Did you have a good time doing that?
Yeah, once I finally got off my butt and started doing it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know why, but sometimes it's just like, especially for 4. I really kind of applaud you for being able to take all 4 different factions and weave them together onto the same schedule, because when we did the first Fallout 4 roundtable, we only did 2 of the factions because to really know, I hadn't played through the game enough to know which quests were the same for each faction to do what you are doing right now. You know what I mean? The New Vegas round.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the things about New Vegas is it is so loose on the quests that you can do stuff in just about any order, and it all flows together in the end.
Nice.
But
that also makes me realize that those other two factions for the Fallout 4 roundtable. Crickets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop some crickets in there, Ray.
All right, so Andrew, we are getting on towards hour and a half of show, so probably good point to kind of wrap. I think we covered everything we needed to cover tonight. Good quests and some promos and other stuff. So
we stayed on task. I didn't. You didn't let us go fly our kites all over the place tonight. We were an efficient podcast this evening.
Yeah. I know it's not what you guys expect, but every now and then we'll come through and be goal oriented. So so thanks everybody. Got a good crowd in the chat tonight. Some good content and lots and lots of good stuff here. So again, this is for your latest episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable, New Vegas edition. This has been Pat, your host, along with Andrew. Say good night, Andrew.
Thank you so much, Pat.
Ray, say good night, Ray.
Good night.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining, and we will see you next time with our next set of stuff in the exciting New Vegas wasteland. Play us out, Andrew.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, the Skyrim Addict Podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the wasteland.